Ephesians chapter 6. And how many preachers are here? How many preachers are here tonight? Tomorrow, I'm doing a special thing tomorrow with pastors and preachers. I'm doing a thing. Bishop Jakes is somewhere in Africa tonight. And I told him I was coming here. He said, make sure you tell him a little bit about preaching. So I told him, I said, I'll do a little bit about preaching. Ephesians chapter 6. I want you to take Ephesians chapter 6. And in Ephesians chapter 6, I want you to look at verse 10. He says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand, therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, having on the breastplate of righteousness, your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of all, having the shield of faith wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Take the helmet of salvation, the sword of faith, which is the word of God. Now, just look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, equip yourself. Now, I'm good. Now, one of the things I learned since I've been sick, and a guy with 20,000 members, one of the things I learned is I don't have to hoop. I don't have to prove anything to anybody that I can holler. Yeah. I don't have to prove that. So I've learned that I can sit quietly and have a discussion with you. Now, Satan is not mentioned very much in the New Testament. You will find that, and I will look into the word. Your greatest problem and my greatest problem is not the devil, it's me. For those of you who will admit the truth, Satan's already been defeated at Calvary. Your greatest struggle is the old man and the new man. That's where your struggle is. And if you notice closely, and if you check the scriptures closely, and I can hoop anytime. I'm not hooping tonight. But if you check the scriptures closely, you will find that your greatest struggle is not Satan, it's the old man and the new man. Here's what he says to me. All that is in the world, lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. That's how John interpreted Genesis chapter 3. She saw that the food was good to eat, pleasant to the eyes, and something to be desired to make one wise. All that's in the world. Now, most of us will not embrace what we struggle with. We avoid what we struggle with. And each individual that walks with God has to embrace their struggle. You can't act as if it's not there. You know what? I'm going to love this tonight. Because every man that's tempted is drawn away by his own lust and enticed, which means that temptation has two parts. It's what you desire and what Satan entices you with. It tells me then that I bring something to the table and he entices me with what I bring to the table. I don't want to mess with you all because you all are conservative saints. When I'm home, I can say whatever I choose. Your problems, as much as you call the devil, that ain't your problem. Because Jesus put him under his feet. And one message I preached years ago is, how do you run from a defeated foe? You don't run from a defeated foe. He's already defeated. When you deal with New Testament truth, you deal with you and the old man dealing with the new man. Your problem is not the devil. My problem is me.
Yes, sir. Amen.
Let the preachers tell you all they want about the devil. Deal with that. Your problem is you. He knows your desires, and he tempts you within the parameters of what you like. Everything that is good to you is not good for you. How do you choose against your choice? How do you not like what you like? I don't want to mess with you. I'm trying. We need to just have a little conversation over dinner and not in the church. So I can. How do you choose against your choice? And Satan has a dossier on what you like. He don't care how you shout in church. You can jump till you fall out. He says, you see that preacher up there preaching? Let me get a chance to get him after he gets out the pulpit. Because Satan understands what you like. And he's got a dossier on you and knows where your mind is. So when I look at Ephesians and he says, put on the whole armor of God, that you may withstand against the wiles or the chicanery of the devil. He does not come to you looking like he's going to get you. The devil wears Givenchy, Charles Jourdan, Louis Vuitton, Gucci. He does not come to you looking like something that's going to capitulate or take you. The wiles of the enemy. He comes to you with that, I don't want to hit you with it, but he comes to you with the intoxication of the exuberance of his verbosity. And he lays it on you in such a manner that you get excited because he projects and promises things that he will not deliver. The battle is not Satan. It's your desire and the immediate satisfaction of what it is that you like. Now, let me tell you this. Your biggest enemy is not what you don't like. Your enemy is what you like. I'm going to talk over here. Let me ask a question. How do you choose against your choice? Choosing against your choice. How do you make yourself not like what you like? Your greatest fight, my greatest fight, I don't know you like I know me. My greatest fight is walking away what's good to me for what's good for me. Because everything that's good to you, my dear sisters and my brothers, is not good for you. And how do you ever get to the place where, I got surgery in my back, so it's a little, how do you ever get to the place where you have the victory over what you like that's not good for you? Now we're talking discipleship. Because one of the problems with Christianity in its presentation today is it doesn't deal with discipleship. All y'all want to do is get rich. Big money, big cars, love Jesus and get rich. But Jesus said to us, the poor we'll have with us always.